Hi, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be unboxing this fun thing, which doesn't really seem like a whole lot on the outside, but inside it should be a whole bundle of fun. So I wanted to share this with you guys, and I actually wanted to see how many of you might have one of these as well. So this is from Facebook Technologies, and this is the first one of these that I've had at home, but I'm super excited to try it out. And inside is our new Oculus Quest 2. And so I kind of got this for work. This is somewhat a work purchase because one of the things that I do in my working life is I actually connect people. And right now it's been all virtually that I've been connecting people. So one of the ideas that we came up with, or a few of the people that I connect with frequently actually have one of these, and they recommended that I would absolutely love it because there's all kinds of cool Disney things on here. You can see right here on the back, there's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. There's some cool features where you can go through 360 videos and kind of see some old like visions of Disney and like old rides and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to check some of that out. But there's a lot of different features and there's a lot of ways that you can meet up with people on here. So I thought it'd be a cool way at work that we could do a virtual meetup. We of course have been on Zoom a whole lot, but we're gonna open this up today and I wanted to show this to you. This is something a little different than I normally unbox or share on my channel, but I thought that this would be a cool thing to share. So they had a little tab, really easy to open. If you don't know what these are, they are a VR headset and it's an all-in-one. The Quest 2 is actually like a freestanding gaming machine, so you don't have to plug it into a computer. I use Macs, so you know compatibility is always an issue for me, but I don't have to worry about any of that because this is all that I need. So I can literally just like plug this in and go. So I don't know if it's charged or literally anything about that. On a side note, I did want to get the battery headset. They have like a battery headset that has a longer life, and it came with like some accessories like a case. But unfortunately, the website was sold out of that, so I was not able to get that, and I'm just going to keep an eye on that for when that hopefully comes out at some point. But it's got a really nice just box that I'll keep it in for now. But it's pretty easy peasy. It's got 1, 2, 3 as far as instructions. And you can see like this is your main unit. And you, yeah. It says no sunlight on lenses, no liquid cleaners. You just basically put this on your face and then this goes over your head. And yeah, this makes all the magic. So it's crazy that we live in this world that like this is it. Like look how tiny this is. And like this is a fully functional VR headset that you can see all these cool, amazing things. And it comes with a glasses spacer, which I don't need, but it's cool that they include it. And then these 2 hand joysticks, which like this is, we're gonna have to figure out how to do this. I know that this should wrap around your wrist somehow. Oh, here's the wrist strap. You have to have a wrist strap so that we don't accidentally throw it across the room or something like that, right? Because you get so into these VR things that like you could definitely get way too into it. So here's your little button, and it has right and left on here somewhere, I think I just saw. But anyhow, so I'm gonna get all this set up and test it out, but I'm super excited because it should be really fun. It's a really interesting way to be able to connect with people at a distance, since that is basically what we are doing right now. Here is hopefully charging cords and some instructions. It's got a mini USB cable and a charger here. So I'm assuming I will probably have to charge it or something before I can just hit go. But it comes with your guide and your reference guide, and it's supposed to be fairly easy to just kind of plug and go. This has how you can adjust the lenses and all of that. So I think that this should be interesting. I think what really sold me is after we did the VR headset experience where I work, we have like a water experience, and it was really super cool. The kids were able to go swimming, and like it has a VR thing that's waterproof that they were able to put on. We all did it, and it was just a ton of fun. This is the left one, so you've got one for each hand here. Anyhow, it was a ton of fun, and I had already been looking at these and kind of had it in my head that it would be really fun to like have something like this at home, especially under current conditions when we can't really travel a whole lot. But I was really sold after we did that underwater VR experience, because I was like, there's so many cool things we can do with it, and we can all just share this one VR headset and figure out how to get it going, and then figure out how to get games onto it and stuff like that. But there's supposed to be a lot of cool Disney things on here. There's supposed to be a lot of cool travel things on here. So I thought that this would be a really fun thing to have at home while we are not traveling all so much. So anyhow, this was my little easy breezy unboxing of the Oculus Quest 2. Hey guys, so it is about a week later, and I thought I would go ahead and give my first impressions and lessons learned after a week with the Oculus. Kind of roll right in here with the unboxing, so it's one large video. Also, it is actually a week later, and somehow I think I ended up in the same outfit. So there's that also. But anyhow, we have had a fun time. The kids have both been able to try out using the Oculus now, and Dan has tried it, and we even had my mother-in-law over and she's tried it. So it's definitely become a family affair at this point. We do just have this one system right now. So that brings me to the first lesson learned. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is this cover right here actually comes off, and you can buy multiples of these. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get more of these covers. And they also make some kind of like stretchy colors that you can get. They're different color covers. And so like I could get green for Isabella and purple for Natalie and pink for me. And then you can have each person's covers, so where you are changing it off and on, and it's a little bit more sanitary. We haven't had it too often, but realized very quickly, and then had a friend that has one recommend that the covers will be a really great purchase. So I will just go ahead and leave that with you right here at the beginning of my first thoughts and first impressions. But it's also very handy because you can wipe this off with a damp cloth. This is just foam. I mean, it hasn't gotten too dirty yet, but obviously this is primarily mine. And I wear makeup, so it's gonna end up with makeup all over it if I don't get a cover on this really, really quickly. So I am planning on getting a cover to cover up this foam, and then you can also just get this whole piece and buy replacement ones of these. I'm planning on doing both. But as far as the system itself, we are really excited about it. So it's really priced pretty reasonably. It was $2.99, I believe, for the smaller amount of storage, and we haven't even come close to using that amount of storage with downloading, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 games at this point. So it's working out really well for that. I am not typically someone that gets motion sickness, and I have gotten motion sickness once from using this. But I just, took it off and kind of put my head down. And again, I was getting some recommendations from a friend that has one of these, and it was recommended to possibly use those types of games that have a lot of movement in them, like Rec Room, where I was running around trying to play paintball in VR, which has a lot of movement in it, but it apparently made me motion sick. Not really bad, but enough to where I had to take it off and take a break. So apparently if you try standing up, that's supposed to help a little bit. I'll report back on that. But overall, really, really enjoying it. And it's really funny because one of my favorite things to do with this is actually watch 360 YouTube videos, which is kind of funny because this is a whole world that I didn't really pay attention to until I got this. But now I'm super into 360 YouTube videos, even on my regular computer, because it's really cool because the functionality is there where if you do a destination video, we've been to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, Notre Dame, all these different places where you can go on this 360 video and you can see all the way around. You can drag it on your screen if you're using it on the regular computer. But the really cool thing is if you're watching on the Oculus, you can look up and there's birds and clouds in the sky. You can look down. And if you're hanging off the side of the Eiffel Tower because they have it on a camera stick, you can just see the traffic and everything down below. It's really, really interesting. And so that's been one of the most enjoyable parts for me, is actually just YouTube videos. There's also a really cool channel called The Funkland, which was recommended to me to check out if you're a Disney fan. And I've really enjoyed that one, riding rides that haven't been there in a while at either Disneyland or Walt Disney World. or just seeing kind of different takes on it. So I've enjoyed those as well. There's also some kind of like roller coaster videos and stuff. There's a lot of stuff actually out there on YouTube, more than I was aware until I had one of these. Games that we've downloaded, we got Disney Myth, and the kids have liked that. I'm also planning on downloading Myst, which is a logic puzzle game. If you recognize that name, yes, it is the same thing, similar thing that was out 20, 30 years ago, a long time ago, and I enjoyed it then for PC as well. So this is the new take on it, and so I'm getting ready to download that. We've also downloaded Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. There is a Batu right here in VR. It's really cool because you can get up and walk around, and I've explored it a little bit. It's kind of neat. I haven't gotten super far through it, but it's something that I've enjoyed. Also, VR chat, rec room. There's a whole lot of different like meetup functions that are available on the Oculus. So those are definitely things that I'm going to check out as well. And then there's supposed to be some fun space apps. Obviously, that kind of ties into my daily life. On the ISS and Apollo 11 and the space shuttle. And so I'm planning on downloading those as well. So it's been really fun to explore. So far, so good. But definitely first lessons learned are some of those covers will definitely be good to get. And honestly, if I could do it all over again, when I initially purchased this, I would have just purchased, now I can't get it off. I would have just purchased right when I got this, had I really known or thought about it, a couple of these right at the time, because obviously I live in a household with 2 kids and my husband, and no one wants to use the same makeup-y cover that I'm using, right? It's not that bad again yet, but still, the more you use it, the worse you'll get. And then also the kind of elasticy covers to put over and protect it and be able to change it out in between users is just a phenomenal idea. So definitely a really good lesson learned there. I found that the charge, because when I initially was waiting to get this, I was kind of waiting to see if like the extended battery pack, which is just like a battery that you put on your head, would come back into stock, and it never came back into stock. So I just eventually broke down and got this. It keeps beeping on because I keep getting within the right distance of it. And honestly, I've found, because we don't use it for really extended periods of time, even if one child is using it, then the next child is using it, and then like an adult uses it, no one's really using it for like over 15, 20 minutes of time, because I do time the kids. We still time them for certain electronics. So we're still timing them in this phase that we're at. So the battery life lasts really long, and I haven't had any issues with the controllers not being charged or anything. So this just has like a little plug-in over here where I keep it plugged in. You just have the controllers nearby, and they automatically charge through magic. So anyhow, that's kind of my first glimpse. So my first initial thoughts, am I glad that I got it? Yes. I think it offers a really cool just kind of glimpse in technology that really used to be future technology, but it's really super accessible now. It's something I'm planning on using for some work applications as well. So I'm excited about that. And honestly, one of my favorite parts is just going on these YouTube 360 videos, going to see different random places. I did this one video where you're on a weather balloon, you went all the way up into space. That was really cool. And they also have like meditation videos that are like 360 where you can just like chill and like go look at waterfalls and stuff like that. Honestly, I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. And I would definitely recommend getting one if you have not got one. Again, this is not like a sponsored video or anything. We just got this for fun. And because we thought it'd be a really cool thing to have at home. And like I said, I am planning on trying to incorporate it in a couple work things to make it official use there. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just gonna be a fun thing to have here at the house. Just a neat little technology item that's a little bit different than anything that we own. One of the things that I have been asked on Instagram is people asked, if you have other gaming systems, do you feel like it's worth getting? And so what we have in our house is a really old PlayStation, like one that we've literally had since the kids were babies. So I think it's like the PS3 or something like that, PS4 somewhere. It's not the new one, we'll put it that way. And so an older PlayStation, which pretty much at this point doesn't get used for gaming. We have an older Nintendo DS and a new Nintendo Switch Lite. So we have a lot of portable things in our house, and the kids use their Amazon Kids Fires for gaming a lot. Like, you know, Amazon Fire games like Toca World and stuff like that. But so it is very different than anything we have in our house, but we don't have like an Xbox or anything like that. So I can't really compare it to that sort of gaming system. But for us, you know, we really like a Sims level game. We don't do a whole lot of shooter games, although my husband and I used to be into a lot of like Call of Duty type of stuff. But it has the functionality to really go both ways, which is the kind of cool thing about it. So if you live in a household where you have a lot of age ranges, a multi-generational family, I mean, it's a really neat option because everyone that has tried it in our house has enjoyed it. We're also planning on bringing it up. I'm gonna go see my mom here soon. I'll let her try it. But yeah, it's been a really neat item. And let me know if you have any questions down below. I hope you enjoyed this kind of unboxing view of what you get when you first open it, and also my initial thoughts after we have used it for a while. I'll try to check in if you have any questions, but we've been enjoying it. Haven't really had any issues, and I would definitely purchase it again. So thanks for watching today, and have a great day.